What's up, Wastelanders? How's everybody doing today? I'm doing great. I hope you are too. I've got a special little video for you today. Let's call it some bonus content. The other day, after I posted my shelter tour, some folks on Reddit really seemed to like the chevron walls in here, and someone commented, those are really amazing, but you can probably only do that in a shelter, right? And I thought, yeah, but can you though? So I set out to figure out whether or not you could, in fact, create these in a camp above ground with normal building rules. And it turns out you can. What's even better is that it's fairly simple. It really only requires the most basic walls and roofs. And it's blueprintable. I mean, like, how awesome is that? So yeah, before we get into it real quick, make sure you're subscribed and that you've turned on notifications so that you don't miss out on any future amazing tutorials like this. And let's dive in, because this is awesome and I can't wait to show you. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to slap down some floors because, you know, we got to do that with everything. So you're going to do a little 2x6 thing like this. And in the back here, you want to put down these top arches, and you want to have them so that they're facing toward the longer end of the floor. And then you're going to go ahead and take these out because the floors behind them are technically supporting the walls, so you don't actually need them there anymore, and they're in the way if you leave them there. So make sure you pull those out. And then we're going to do a half wall and top arches thing over here. So this is what this looks like, and the insides of them should be facing each other. Now we're just going to throw down some roofs on these ones, and some roofs on these ones. And this is going to allow us to put in the slanted pieces that are in the middle of the wall pattern. There is literally like no other way to put these down otherwise, which is kind of stupid and arbitrary. Okay, now we want to remove these roofs, otherwise they will get in the way of putting the top arches underneath, and you can just go ahead and move those ones right over because we don't need them anymore. Now get rid of all these extra support structures. And we can put the little upside down slanted pieces in at the top, and that is literally all it takes to actually build those. Now you could do this over and over again, but why would you do that when you can just blueprint it? So you're going to blueprint the 3 wall pieces and the floor together. Blueprint that as one side, blueprint this as the other side. I creatively named them chevron left and chevron right. You can call them whatever you want. And after that, you're going to be able to go into your blueprints, pull those out, and just pop them right down. Boom, done. Also, I do want you to keep in mind, do not blueprint them with wallpaper on them, because that will mess something up later, and I'll show you in just a minute. But yeah, just blueprint them as plain walls. Also, if you keep them as plain walls and you use just the basic wood stuff like this, then you can put these blueprints down in a friend's camp if they want to learn how to make these too. So for now, let's just pop some wallpapers on there and just, you know, we can see how the whole thing looks. It's pretty cool looking. I think it actually looks really good, even with just the plain wood up here. But you do have this little flickery thing, as you can see, and it only does it on the right downsloping side. In order to fix that, you just turn it into a metal wall. And for some reason, the metal wall is the only one that doesn't do the flickery thing. No idea why. Yeah, that looks really cool with the wood up there. Also, if you are a little bit more sensible than I was, you could actually just blueprint this with metal walls on the bottom instead of wood ones down there, and I'm not really sure why I didn't do this or think about this before. But that would be the simpler solution. So anyway, these ones up here, you are not going to be able to get rid of the little wood beams that are framing them. So you can make them part of the design element and you can change up the type of wall that you're using to make the color of the beams blend a little bit better with whatever wallpaper is on there. In this case, the barn walls go really well, and they just kind of, they just kind of blend in. It's not completely invisible, but it's not bad. Okay, now, a flat wall is great like this, but what if you actually want to have, corners? If you want to have this on 2 or 3 or 4 walls, you're going to have to do a little bit of work. So we're going to put this floor behind the end wall here, and it just does not want to snap back there, but we got it. We can do this. Now we can take away these floors on each end, because of course, as we know, the walls are supported by the floor behind them now. And, well, the blueprint is red. And because the wallpapers are here currently, we cannot put down a corner. So I'm going to go ahead and just remove the wallpapers. We can put them back afterwards. And now it will show it as red, but you click it, it snaps it right down. So it's a little confused about whether or not it can do it, but it can. We believe in it, right? So yeah, now find the other one. Still shows up as red, but you can do it. Personally, I think even just like plain wood like that with no wallpapers on it, it looks really, really cool. So I'm going to change these to metal because I did not think to blueprint them that way. So smart, Kiki. Now I've noticed if you accidentally push the replace button too quickly and it ends up like making you jump like that, you actually have to exit build mode and go back into it, or else it will not let you replace any of the walls. It's really stupid. So if it ever does that, just exit build mode, go back in, and then you'll be fine. So I'm going to throw these wallpapers on here in weird random order. Yeah, there we go. And finish up the other side. And throw some floors in here just to even it out and make it look a little bit nicer. And while we're at it, let's make the floors go with the walls. So there's the basic thing. That's it. Like, that's really all it takes. That's pretty quick. And it looks so cool. Now you will notice on the other side it looks less cool. So yeah, you can cover it up to an extent, and I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to throw down a couple of floors here because we're going to be double walling now. If you just try to put a wall up against this, you can't do it. So we're going to have to get out our old friend, the flamethrower trap, and put one of these babies down. I am going to power it because that's just going to make it a little bit easier here. And of course my favorite tables for flamethrowering on. Let's just hurry up and get through that already. So we're going to burn all these pieces. Get this out of the way. Get rid of this weird generator that somehow appeared here. So yeah, now you see we can just put a backwards wall on there. And of course you can remove those floors now. And we'll just throw some random wallpaper up here. Alright, now if we repair everything, go back over there and you can see that yes, you have these little beams here, which I think you could make into a cool design element. It could look interesting on the outside of a house or on the inside of another wall, on an adjoining room or something like that. But yeah, you are going to have those sticking out no matter what you do. If you go with a wallpaper like this, then it just kind of blends in. You don't really see it much. And I still think it looks pretty cool. So yeah, that's how you can do that. That's how you can cover up the weird outsides a little bit. And that's the basics of how to make these chevron walls. Now, just for some inspiration, I'm going to show you a few random combinations I was trying out that I liked. In this case, I used the brick walls for the top bits. You notice that they've got the sort of smooth, even, dark brown. This is the wood walls in the top bits again. I felt like they just blended a little bit better with the fake wood paneling walls. But I like this combination. And this is another, this one is great. I really, really like it. And again, this is the brick walls up at the top. My kid said this one looked like a cherry vanilla Coke, and I have to agree with her. That's pretty much what it is. And this is probably, hands down, my absolute favorite out of all the combinations I tried out. This one just looked so cool. I think it's a great way to use that Unstoppables wallpaper without it being like really in your face. And this could be an interesting way to use the Grogneck wallpaper that's in the current season. So there you go. That is how you do that. It is amazing. That's it from me today, folks. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something, and I hope you're going to use this in your own camps. Make sure you're subscribed. Don't forget to turn on notifications so that you don't miss out on any great videos like this in the future. And as always, folks, take care of yourselves, be good to each other, and I will see you in the next video.